And I was like, you know what? I said I was going to do my live, and here I am. Welcome, everyone. I hope you had an awesome New Year's Eve. What did you do? Tell me. Let me know. What did I do last night? Well, since I'm incredibly superstitious, I washed my car, full tank of gas, cleaned, made cornbread, made pork chops, ate 12 grapes under the table because your girl is still looking for love, okay, friends? It's been a long time. I've been divorced for like 10 years, and I'm ready. I feel like my 20s were just like really about coming out of the cocoon of trauma, right? From my young years and my teenage years, and then my 30s were really about testing a lot of hypotheses. Because when I was married, I really was, like I had the vertigo, and he just really stressed me out. And I was like, I wonder if I I was on my own, if my life would be so much better and I would feel different. And once I moved out of Brooklyn, got a divorce, and have just like enjoyed life on my own. It's been 10 years, and let me tell you something, the hypothesis was 100% correct. I do feel so much better, and like a world of difference, honestly, when it comes to how I felt when I was married, living in Brooklyn, as opposed to how I feel now, not living in Brooklyn, living far, far away from Brooklyn with palm trees. So, yeah, if you're wondering, is my life going to be better if I am on my own? It just might be. It's not for everybody, not for everybody. But for me personally, yeah, yeah. And I've spent a lot of holidays on my own. This really has been like when they say that God separates you, um, just deal with it. It's okay. It's not forever. But I definitely feel like God has separated me from everybody and everything the last 3 years. And it was important to my emotional development. It was important to my emotional development, personal development. People just left their food here? Interesting. Like, take your food. That's not good. Animals can't eat peppers. Silly gooses. But yeah, I think it was really important for my emotional development and my development as a human being to be on my own the last 3.5 years, and really the last 10 years, and just test my hypotheses. It's so important who you keep in your life and who you keep around you. You really are the company that you keep. And for me, I had to really clear the decks in order to welcome the right kind of people into my life. So I'm excited for that. I really do feel a major tide turning. I don't know, I do. I just really do. I feel like something has clicked. I don't know if it's that I'm taking L-theanine, or because I did start taking L-theanine along with the ashwagandha, and I was able to talk to family members and just have a really chill, response where I'm like, whoa, is this wisdom that comes with age, or is this the L-theanine that is making me, super calm and anxiety free? I don't know. But if you're allergic to ashwagandha, some people are, try L-theanine. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a gal out here experiencing life. What do we think of this lighting? Another thing is I am giving mascara a rest. So I just have a little brown eyeliner on and I curled my eyelashes. I did put my anesthesia eyebrow gel in. So I have my eyebrow gel in and I toned my hair yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a major shift in a level of excitement in life right now that I haven't really felt in a while. and I'm excited about it. Now, if we want to talk daily dish, I don't want to get this girl in the shot if she doesn't want to be in it. Well, let's talk about Jeff Lewis. Gage is the worst dad ever. Like, I don't care what he says about trying to protect Monroe. He is giving Monroe this feeling of like inner conflict that honestly, it's so unnecessary. Like, let her be a little kid, let her enjoy Jeff as her dad and like all the fun things that come along with having someone like Jeff as your dad. But friggin' Gage is just making everything so miserable. Is this gonna work? Is this tree gonna let me do my live? This tree is thebomb.com. Okay, I know it's not that cold out, but I'm in full, I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just gonna keep backing up. I have my ugly hokas on, hookahs, whatever they're called. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Gage is, I don't really care what Gage says. He is a fucking wet blanket on all of Monroe's fun, and it's so unnecessary. He's so bitter. And we're only getting one side of the story. Like, we're only getting Jeff's side of the story, which is like, okay, there's always your truth, my truth, and the actual truth. I get that. But Gage isn't speaking up. He's not defending himself. He's not, like, it's on the Family Wizard, okay? Where we're getting it from the Family Wizard. He's just the absolute worst. And I hope that in 2024, I hope that Jeff gets full custody of Monroe. And that way Monroe can just like live her posh little lifestyle, even though it's probably going to make her super spoiled and a douche. But as a child of divorce myself, I just feel like he's making it unnecessarily difficult on this child. Just let her enjoy her life with Jeff and all the fun stuff that comes along with it. That's my 2 cents about it. I have been watching, look at how crazy my hair is right now. I have been watching the second season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I cannot get over how much Paris looks like Kyle. Paris looks like old Kyle's face. I was like, oh my God. She almost looks more like Kyle than she does Kathy, right? It's like kind of how Northwest looks more like um, Courtney than she does Kim sometimes. I mean, Shy Baby. That's my nickname for Chicago, Shy Baby. She looks just like Kimberly, but North does look a lot more like Court than she does Kim. Yep. I have my haircut scheduled for the end of the month. I'm also going to do a January lunar hair cutting calendar. It is coming out either today or tomorrow. So just be on the lookout for that. But I haven't decided yet. I've been going through all of my pictures, looking at my hair. Do I want to cut it? Do I want to keep it long? And one thing that I've observed throughout my pictures on my phone is that my hair grows pretty fast, thankfully. Um, like, I cut 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches off my hair in October, and it's already halfway back to where it was. So I'm like, if I do a bob, I'll be able to grow it back in like a year. So it won't be terrible. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Exciting. Exciting. Hello, bud. Another thing that I feel like is important for 2024 is, like I said, I talked to some family members and I wasn't sure if it was the L-theanine that was making me just like very zen about talking to them, or if it was the fact that I'm older and I have more compassion for people. Because my family is just like super, I feel like my family Okay, when I'm 60, I'm getting a lower facelift. My family is just like filled with potential, but just had a lot of trauma and a lot of like internalized pain without proper, therapy and stuff like that, which I get it. Nobody likes therapy. You got to find the right therapist, but I just I want to be more compassionate to people and not take their shortcomings like personally. If somebody just like lives their life in a different way than I live my life, I don't want to feel, you know, I think people feel threatened when other people live their life differently from how they live. This bird, this little bird. Yes, I see you. I It's this red bird that follows me around all the time, and she's just like doing all kinds of tricks. I see you. She's so cute. I just want to meet my family members with more compassion and understanding, but people don't change. So you have to just meet people where they are. And as long as it's not, causing you any harm or putting you in danger or harm's way, have very, very strong boundaries, but also have a little compassion because people just are broken and you don't know necessarily what breaks people, but people definitely are broken and you have to be compassionate. And in 2024, I just want to like lean into the compassion and not feel defensive. I wouldn't say it's defensive, but it makes me feel unsafe when I see people living a certain way. But as long as you have healthy boundaries, then you're able to not be like physically vulnerable, but emotionally vulnerable, which is the key, right? You want to keep your heart open to people, but not put yourself in harm's way. Don't be naive. And that's just where I'm meeting myself in 2024. I cut a lot of people out of my life the last, 4 years. And I think that it was really important I did that. And now I'm just like ready to build from the ground up my dream team, as I'm calling it. And in order for me to attract the dream team, I have to be the dream team within myself. So that means consistency, dedication, organization, compassion, self love. And, I definitely vow that this is the year I get my finances perfected. And being an artist for so long and coming from a regular family and not like a family with generational wealth, it's really put me like so many steps behind. And I'm just kind of done with that lifestyle and I'm ready to take control. So that's my 2 cents for 2024. Yeah, I ate my 12 grapes under the table in my red underwear last night and reached out to people that I felt were in need or didn't have anyone. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And I don't really have any makeup on except for a little blush and my brown eyeliner with my curled lashes. I did tone my hair last night, so it's a little bit darker. I like it a bit more. I wasn't really into the super blonde. I mean, it looked pretty, but I didn't lift the top enough, so it was like giving me brassy vibes, which I didn't love. I didn't appreciate that. And we'll also see, what transpires when it comes to my career path and how that's going. I've had the studio open for 3 years, and I know that it takes a good 5 to 7 years to really like get a foothold. I am feeling better about all of that, but yeah, I just am completely dedicated to wearing my ugly clothes for walks, for showing up and being consistent, not losing the faith. This really is a simulation. This really is a game. And when we are able to control our emotions and realize that we are totally, mostly in control, a lot of that anxiety drops off. If you're feeling anxious about your day or if you're feeling like you can't get anything going, just get up and go for a walk. Just get up and start moving. Just get up and do 20 jumping jacks. I don't know what it is because I'm not a neuroscientist, but there has to be some sort of switch that gets flipped in your brain when you stick with something, even if you don't want to do it. Like, a lot of times I don't want to go to the gym, but I just go. And the moment I get there and I pick up those weights or I, get, like sit on that machine, I instantly feel more in control of my life. So if you're a neuroscientist, please leave it in the comments below. What is the chemical reaction that makes us instantly feel more in control and better about our lives when we sit down to do the thing that we said we were going to do, like go for a walk or go lift some weights or go try a class or pick up a painting. What is it? What is it? It's definitely something. I didn't even really want to go for this walk today, but I knew I wanted to jump on my live and talk a little shit. So I said, "Okay, let's do both. Let's make it super enjoyable." I think it's probably really cool for all of you guys to come with me on this little walk and see the pretty surroundings. It's gorgeous where I am right now. The lighting is pretty. It's just I said to somebody today, I said or the other day, I said, "Do what you can, where you can, how you can, and just leave the rest. You don't have to stress out about it. Just do what you can, how you could do it." It's not always about being perfect. In fact, it's mostly never about being perfect. It's just about movement. And like a shark, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about life from sharks. Like a shark, you just keep moving. You just keep treading water. You just keep going and hunting and finding. I think a lot of the last 30 years of the world have been about making life easier for everybody and, you know, the conveniences and fast food, fast friends, fast hookups, fast jobs, fast money. And what we're really kind of missing is the fact that life is about the struggles and overcoming them and showing up for yourself every day. And if you have a family, showing up for your family. That's what life is about. We used to take the time to harvest our own food and till our own land and build our own homes. And there's something to be said about cutting up a carrot and how the chemical reaction between your body and that carrot happens as you cook it, as you smell it. It releases things in our brains. And I think that the last 30 years, leaning into all these conveniences, kind of takes away that complex connection that makes up fucking life. So I just think hopefully birds don't poop on me because it looks like there's a lot of bird poop here. In 2024, I feel like we should all just be leaning in to more homemade, homemade food, homemade clothes. We are leaving behind the Sagittarius energy. Pluto and Sagittarius, we're leaving behind Pluto and Capricorn now. But Pluto and Sagittarius was excess, big house, big car, McMansions. Then we had Pluto and Capricorn, and the banking system collapsed, and the housing and COVID and just all of that stuff happened. And now I think, as we move into the Pluto and Aquarius, we're getting more into back to the roots of things, connecting. Life is so much more magical and complex than we've been allowed to think. If you think if you think that we've been here for thousands of years and there isn't just like symbiotic relationships and magic and connection and synchronicities and serendipity, like when they say that 30 to 50% of people don't have an internal dialogue, that blows my mind. That blows my mind. So those people aren't realizing the magic of each thing that happens in their life. And all I think about every day, like when I reverse engineer my life, I'm like, if this didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. If that didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. And it could be good or bad, right? Even the bad things kind of turn out to be like a blessing in disguise, especially for me, especially when it comes to these last 3 years and just purging and cleansing. And I knew that I was getting ready to walk into a new chapter of my life, but I also knew that I had to go through that painful action of purging. I'm pretty sure that guy's like growling over there. I will say also, oh, it's a motorcycle. I have seen some crazy ass people just this morning. And a few days ago, there were like two massive, loud explosions at like 5:36 in the morning. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on? But again, hello, hello, animals. Hello, quack quacks. I just feel like I need Bravo to come back on. Please get off of your holiday hiatus. Come back. I need another episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills so I don't have to think about the complexity of existence. And I can just, I think people are so surprised when I'm like, oh, I love Bravo. They're like, really? You like Bravo? I'm like, yeah, because all I do is think deeply and complexly. And sometimes my little brain, it just needs a break. All right. I don't want to think about the interwoven connectedness of all of the trauma of my generational history, like time. Like, get the fuck out of here. Sometimes I just want to see, is Kyle a lesbian? Is Kyle not? Is Jeff Lewis going to win full custody of Monroe? Oh my God. Also, the fact that Gage is like, with the whole vacation, oh, we're going to take her as long as we want. It doesn't matter. Excuse me, sir. Hello, crane. Can you see the crane? I just can't believe that Gage is allowed to behave this way. I feel like any other person would have like had their custodial rights stripped. Am I wrong? Or am I right? It's whack though. Yeah, that guy definitely is making some weird noises. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for joining me on this live. Happy 2024. I'm excited. I'm sure crazy shit is going to happen because, like, when doesn't it? And we're all going to be okay no matter what. Just remember, when you think about anything throughout the history of time, evil regimes don't last forever, good regimes don't last forever, nothing lasts forever, whether it be good or bad. So we just have to hold on, like, and just keep going. That's all we could do because Bravo's coming out of hiatus for the holiday and we're going to have so much good TV to watch. And hopefully Jeff doesn't have to go and alert the Policio in fucking Mexico and Cabo to get Monroe back. And onward and upward, friends, because that's all we could do. Have compassion, have boundaries, don't take any shit, don't ever settle. I've been single this long because I just know that my perfect partner is out there, and I just don't feel the need to settle. I don't care about a biological clock. I don't care about my age. I don't care about how people perceive me because I'm not married. I really just don't care. I know that my dream partner is out there. I have a feeling he's looking for me just as much as I'm looking for him, and we'll meet when we're supposed to, how we're supposed to. But it could be anything. Don't settle for a shitty job. Don't settle for a shitty apartment. Don't settle for shitty friends. Just don't settle. And I'm just not the settling type. So I didn't come this far to come this far. And I hope you didn't either. So I love you all, and we'll chat tomorrow. This guy's he's making the weirdest noises ever. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.